What's up, guys? Welcome to another video. Now, firstly, obviously none of you guys would see this, but I am super frustrated. Why? Because like the last 10 videos that I posted had no freaking sound. And I don't have enough of a following for anyone to even tell me that, right? Because I'm just posting for myself right now because there's no one watching my videos. However, when people do inevitably watch this, I just hope you understand how freaking much I love my future audience that I'm willing to just redo this again. Okay, so without further ado, I'm just going to freaking wing it. Okay, so as you can see from the title of this video, it's labeled the most sustainable diet out there. Okay, and this isn't supposed to be any sort of clickbait type video, right? I've tried the keto and no, this is not keto, carnivore, paleo, liquid diet, whatever you're thinking. No, it's not that. But you probably have heard some of this advice before. However, hopefully I can paint it in a way that you can actually start implementing and that it can actually better serve you. So without further ado, let's go through this, right? So one thing, the key word out of all of this is sustainable, right? Sustainable diet. Because I know the keto diet, the problem there was cutting out the carbs, right? Like any diet where you're cutting out something, it's not sustainable. Or any diet where you're limited to eating only these foods is not sustainable. At least I know that this was not sustainable for me, right? Because no matter how dedicated I was, no matter how, and I mean, I was quite dedicated that I would eat the cleanest. I mean, there were times where I eat the cleanest food. I would even end up blending my food because I just couldn't stomach it anymore. I would literally blend food. I would blend broccoli, I'd blend Brussels sprouts, I'd spinach, freaking anything you can think of that would just get me closer to my goal. I would freaking ingest it, guys. Like there was no limit to my determination to consume what I needed to consume to get to the body that I wanted. But that being said, none of it is ever sustainable, no matter how determined you are. Even bodybuilders can't sustain this. The most professional bodybuilders can't sustain this. Look at them in their off season, guys. It's not sustainable. So, for the everyday person who does not want to step on stage, why would you want to yo-yo either? Like, I spent my life yo-yoing. And believe me, I'm not as let's look there. I don't claim to be in any shape or form a bodybuilder. I'm not even on that level, right? But why would I put myself through the yo-yoing? Why do we do this, guys, when there is a better way, when we can be enjoying life, eating foods we enjoy and getting closer to our bodies, to our goal bodies, right? Why suffer for a few months, get some results, and then people around us are eating the most amazing smelling food, and we can't because we're stuck, restricted to whatever limits we've set to ourselves to have this body. And as soon as we go out of these limits, our body is going to go back to normal, right? It's not the best way to go about things. So instead, what I want you to do is literally, for now, don't change the way you're eating. Don't stop eating the foods that you enjoy. Your only task, I would recommend, at least this is something that I did, and I do, and I'm actually currently still doing it right now. I'm not even going to lie and act like I have a planned diet, because I don't. I honestly don't. I'm still doing it right now. Is eating what I want to eat. However, I do track my calories. Now, hold up. I know there's a lot of you out there that okay, skip. I've heard this too many times. I've heard counting calories too many times. I'm not going to do it. No, it's such a mission. Like why? Why would I want to be that pedantic to count everything? Why would I want to go through all that effort of tracking everything that I eat? No, that's not life. Now, yeah, a lot of you guys could be thinking that. For sure, you could be thinking that. But I'd just like to say, if you haven't tried it out, you are thinking from a slight bit of an ignorant point of view, just not even understanding. And I can't blame you. I was in that same position. But I beg you, try this out. Just try it out. Don't change the way that you eat. And tell me what's more difficult, to actually just track, literally just to write down or log what you just ate. But you ate something that you enjoy, versus not logging or tracking anything, but forcing down crap or drinking green smoothies or whatever, eating some dry ass fish and vegetables just to get your body right. Nothing wrong with fish. I'm the biggest fan of it, but nothing wrong with fish. I'm just trying to make like an extreme example. So instead of eating food that you don't enjoy and not tracking, how about you eat food that you do enjoy and you track it and you just go about your life eating a whole bunch of different foods and you track it and you monitor. Hey, okay, my weight is staying about the same. We're making no changes, but I would like to lose some fat. Okay, so now you have a few weeks, maybe a few months of, of, of data, even just a few weeks ago, right? This is the average amount of calories that I've been eating in a day. Now, you don't have to calculate this. You don't have to do any of this. You can use an app called MyFitnessPal, guys. It is super simple. Really. You can scan the barcode of whatever it is you're eating, type in the quantity, or you can search for whatever it is. Like if it's an apple or something, there's no barcode on it, you can search for an apple, click, and within a few clicks you've added that. At the end of the day, or throughout the day, you can see how much how much calories you consume, your proteins, carbs, and fats. And all I would implore you to focus on is the protein. Just make sure you're getting in a good amount of protein, especially if you are trying to burn some fat. And here's why. Because you're going to be eating, and you're like, okay, obviously I'm seeing no difference because you're not changing anything in the way you're eating. Now, given when we start logging, we automatically think more intentionally about what we put in our mouth, and we log everything, right? From the stuff we drink, anything that goes into our mouth that has more than zero, I say 0 calories because you asked about it, that's like less than 5, but it will say 0 calories. Don't worry about those ones, right? The 0 calorie stuff, ignore those. But everything else, log that. Right? Now, besides the fact that we automatically maybe think twice before eating something when we know we have to log it, so we would already maybe cut out some food there if the goal is to lose weight. If the goal is to pick up muscle, guys, and we need to be eating more food, then it's easy to see, hey, I'm not eating enough. I need to add more food in. I need to add more, if it's protein, whatever. Like, hey, I don't have enough protein in for the day. I need to add more protein in. Let's try and think of a protein source that I enjoy. What do I feel like eating? I'm gonna eat that. And that's really how it is, guys. So what do you think is more restrictive? Eating what you want and logging it, or eating what you don't want and then cheating on it, cheating on your diet, right? Saying this is what I'm going to eat, and then eat that, and then on the side, because you can't sustain eating clean, on the side you eat those things and maybe pretend that you don't eat them, or just be like, I don't care, I'll eat them anyway, and just be open about it. Either way, it's not sustainable. No matter how good you plan your diet, it's not sustainable, even if your diet is like the tastiest diet ever. And I'm not trying to bash on any diets, but any diet that has restriction in itself, I find, is not sustainable. You say, yes, Elray, but of course, if you're trying to lose weight, you need restriction of some kind. Even if you're eating less calories, it's still a restriction, right? You're restricting the amount of food you eat. And yes, sure, that is a restriction, but I feel like that's a restriction that most people can handle, for the most part at least. But the thing is, even just once you understand the nutritional value of everything you eat, I find that I can now make a more informed choice on my food. I look at my food differently. Like, it's sort of, there's a value to all of it, right? It's like the caloric value, like the calories that I'm spending. And, the calories that I burn is sort of like that's my salary. You don't just go swipe your card for anything if you don't actually find value or want it, right? The same thing with food. I'm not going to put that in my mouth if I don't like it or if it's not going to serve me well. So it's either I enjoy the taste or it's really good and healthy for me. And for the most part, I'm really keeping it to both, right? Sometimes it's not healthy, but I enjoy the taste. I'm going to add that in. Other times it's healthy. I don't really enjoy the taste that much, but I can still add it in. But for sure, I'm not going to just force things down like I've done in the past that I don't think taste nice at all in the name of health. When I was actually overweight doing that, right? When I had so much more fat on me while doing that and having all this healthy food and restricting all the unhealthy food. So I find this way very sustainable, and I think you will too. And you may see it as being pedantic at first, but once you actually understand the nutritional value for all your meals and all the foods that you enjoy, then you can eat those foods and still get closer to your goal body. You're smart about it. So, what would I recommend you do? Firstly, if you like this video and you got any value from it at all, consider giving it a like. And then, secondly, hit that subscribe button and notification bell so that you can get notified every time I post a video. And this way, you can actually take these tips and just share the experiences, implement them, or try them out. And who knows, maybe that could save you some time, speed up some progress, save you some aches and some pains. I'll see you guys tomorrow.